So, welcome everyone to this first presentation of HAC, which is about the eyes of Mars. So, what do I mean by eyes of Mars? Is nothing but our eyes in terms of robots, in terms of landers, which we have been sending to Mars like since past 50 years. So, coming to Mars planet, humans have known about Mars for millennia, right? And it is one of the five planets. Can somebody mute? I'm getting some disturbance, please. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So we humans have known about Mars for millennia, right? Because it is one of the five planets which can be seen in the night sky without the telescope. And this planet is named after ancient Roman god of war, Mars. But this planet, as this the name is the god of war, but it is entirely peaceful, relatively peaceful to the earth, because it is completely inhabited by rovers, landers. And yes, that's the only life hovering on that planet, which includes different spacecraft which we have been sending to planet. But not much was so known, not much was known about Mars until telescope was invented around 500 years ago by not Galileo Galilei. So Galileo Galilei never invented the telescope. So yes, so once the telescope was invented, we started learning about Mars and its polar ice caps and all those things. But even in the 1700s, astronomers like Giovanni Cassini and Christian Huygens were able to study only polar ice caps, as they were seems to change in size, depending on what time of the year is on Mars. So now what they have noticed that Mars has similar seasons to Earth, because the tilt of the Mars is similar like Earth. It's about 25 degrees, while the Earth has 23.5 degrees. So we discovered that Mars has similar seasons like Earth, and by 1800s, astronomers like Shachirapalli noticed that there are some dark, features, and which is like a streak kind of structure running from poles to equator. So what he did, he named those structure as a canali, basically. So which later, led the controversy in the market, because the Italian word canali can be translated into two English words. It can be channel and it can be canal. So channel is nothing, is a, um, channel is a those structure which is self-made by nature. Okay. uh, Probably when some river flows through a particular area, so because of that, it happens naturally. But canal is something only done by some life. So many comic many comic writer, many science fiction writer got inspired by this word canal, and what they started doing, they started imagining few things like there is some life on Mars which is building this kind of a structure and all that. So that is why, that is the one thing which probably popularized this planet all over the world. And also the another point is that Mars has a similar, a little bit similar mass to the Earth. It's about two-third size of the Earth, and also, like I said, it has similar, the tilt, and also started with a similar kind of chemical composition. Now, the question in the scientific community arose that why the Mars turned to be completely different than Earth, though it has started with a similar mass of the Earth and also the size of the Earth, but it just turned out to be completely different. So that is the one thing which scientists want to understand, why this happened and how it happened, so that we can save our Earth if something happens here on our planet. And another thing is that we think that probably there was some life hovering a few billion years ago, when the Mars was much closer to the Earth. So during solar system, Mars was pretty much close to the Earth. Sorry, Mars was pretty much closer to the sun. So as it was closer to the sun, it was not harsh, it was not it doesn't had it did not had harsh environment like it has right now. So currently the daytime temperature and the nighttime temperature goes till minus 80 to minus 100 degrees Celsius, which is like pretty harsh environment. So that time it was, it we think that it had life and all that. So just to discover that, we are exploring the Mars, and probably also we can terraform it for the future. So we have been exploring, we humans have been exploring this space since antiquity, because this has been always fascinating us and inspiring our soul to probe more into the universe, to learn more about the universe, to find out more information about it.
Sorry to interrupt. I
Hmm.
had a small question.
Hmm.
Would it be better to ask after the presentation or as in how it goes?
You can ask even now also, no issue.
Acha, so you said that Mars was closer to Sun, and back then the it wasn't as harsh. So
Yes,
what does it mean? Does it infer that Mars actually the orbit of Mars drifted up away from the Sun and became a larger
exactly,
orbit?
exactly. So basically even the Earth and all these Venus and all these planets were much closer to the sun in the initial days of solar system formation. But as the time progressed, the orbits started traveling apart, you can say. And even now also, moon is traveling away from Earth at the rate of 3 centimeter per year. Similar case
Okay.
even for Earth also. So these orbits are traveling away from the sun.
Okay.
So
Understood.
as it was closer to the sun, Mars was in the habitable zone. Right now, Mars is on the edge of the habitable zone.
Hmm. Goldilocks zone. Yeah.
Yes, yes, Goldilocks
All
zone.
right.
So that is one thing. I guess somebody wants to join. Just let me. Okay. So,
Tarun Bhaiya was also asking if he could
mhm,
he
please
could
go ahead.
join. He was
Okay,
inquiring in group if it was possible to join the call.
okay. Just please ask him to just
I
send an
did
invitation.
I did.
Okay,
I don't know
great.
why he
Thank you.
hasn't joined it.
Mhm. Okay, coming to space exploration,
Good.
curiosity is the only thing which keeps us driving and allow us or urge us to unlock the mystery behind all the phenomenon going in this universe. Since we were nomads, since we were early man, we used to gaze at the night sky and used to ponder upon these bright diamond kind of structure. Diamond, just a second. Okay, admitted. Okay, fine. So, but today is not a curiosity day. Today is a perseverance day. So we humans have sent several landers and rovers on Mars. Coming to the first successful lander, which was Mars 3 by Soviet Union in 1971, and it was the success of that. The success just lasted less than 2 minutes. It lasted around 104 seconds only after landing. So the success was very short lived, and later on, none of the country became successful in landing any rover or any lander on the planet except America or USA. So after that, after Mars 3, Viking 1 and 2 became the first successful lander on the Mars and traveled a lot over there. Next is the Mars Pathfinder, which landed in 1997, and again then next Phoenix and Insight. Now, Viking 1 and 2 and Mars Pathfinder were supposed to work for only a few years on the planet, but eventually they lasted for several years, and some of them lasted for about 16 years, like Opportunity, that is a lander, that is a rover. Sorry. So coming to the rovers, Sojourner was a part of the Pathfinder Mars mission, and yes, it was launched. It landed in 1997 and sent a final data till 27 September. Spirit rover, which landed in 2004, and it lasted on the planet for about 8 years, but it was just supposed to work for 2 years on the planet. And later on, we know that Opportunity, it landed in 2004, but recently, only in 2009, we lost contact with the rover, and NASA has officially this sent a message that the mission is complete. So opportunity, and again, opportunity was also about to work for only 2 to 3 years, but it lasted for decades, actually, I guess more than a decade. And opportunity has the the best record of traveling on the Mars, or you can say covering the most distance. It has traveled almost around 45 kilometers, which none of the rovers has done yet. Next is the Curiosity. Like most of us, we know about Curiosity because of the amazing discoveries done by this rover. It has found the Mars was wet few billion years ago and all those stuff. So it was sent, in the search of evidence of past life, probably present if there is any. Now Perseverance rover is joining or has joined the Curiosity. So hope so the Perseverance rover will do something good. Now, yes, yesterday only it landed on Mars in the midnight for us. So I'll just go through the sequence of rover landing, how it actually landed.
An action movie.
So welcome to the Forever Home Perseverance. So yes, now finally, as the rover has landed, but it's pretty difficult to launch anything from Earth to Mars because the first thing is it's pretty far. Anything which is going to the Mars has to survive 10 months of interstellar. Sorry, um, interstellar space, you can say. So it's a pretty difficult to survive in that harsh environment, those extreme sunlights, cosmic rays, bombardment. So it's a pretty tough to do space travel, as at least as of now. But yes, it has done. It has been successful, so it's damn good. Another barrier which comes with the planet Mars is that it is not close to us every time. So like Mars orbit is much further, than Earth. So the closest between Earth and Mars goes like 40 million kilometer, and the maximum distance goes between these two is like 400 to 500 million kilometer. So there is a hell lot of difference. So there is only a certain window, on which we can send the rover, so that it doesn't take much fuel and it doesn't take much time to reach the planet. So, and that window comes every 2 years. So this year, three countries have used this window. One was UAE, and another was this China, and next this USA. So there are many barriers which comes while sending anything to Mars. Okay, so now this rover was designed to land on a very specific crater on Mars, or on a very specific land site on Mars, that is a Zero crater, and that crater is supposed to be the lake bed. And scientists thought that that was okay. So scientists thought that that lake or that area must be a, or you can say, must had lake at that time, and right now it's completely evaporated. So that area can have some sign of organic life, like that. So send that rover on that specific. I'll just go through
Interrupting
that.
you again. Sorry about that.
Mhm.
Wouldn't it be a better decision to have sent something over to the polar ice cap where there is evidence of water, rather than sending something over to a lake bed?
Mhm.
And
Yes, yes. So definitely.
also there was this thing where they I think in deciding the location, it was also that the amount of large debris that could have damaged the rover landing would be minimal on the lake bed, and that is why they suspended it off the what do you say, the rockets, which actually soft land onto the surface. They suspended it from the rockets onto the surface so that the uh, gas expulsions from the rocket, the propulsion wouldn't cause damage to the body of the rover.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I had recently read this like yesterday or today, and
Mm-hmm.
that is how I know. Uh,
Oh.
so, what do you say? Elon Musk's uh, rocket design also incorporates the factor that when you're landing on a surface, the amount of debris which hits,
Mm-hmm.
because of so much propulsion you're creating, that
Right.
force has to go somewhere, and to dissipate that force, debris usually flies off, and when it flies off, it tries to doesn't not necessarily there is a good chance of it damaging the internal circuitry or some other critical component. So for Perseverance also, they did the same thing where the uh, the rocket actually levitated, was hovering at a much higher plane, and the rover was actually suspended down using strings and something to give it a soft landing without actually damaging from flying debris. So
Okay.
that also, I think, is a small included in this, just
Yes,
as a group.
yes.
Because sorry to interrupt, but
No, no, it's good actually. So,
discussion.
okay, so like you are saying, probably the debris can affect the rover itself, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
that case happens with the.
that
Mhm.
was a question about polar ice caps also. Ki why not send something over there rather than sending it where there is water?
Okay. Yes,
So
yes,
greater evidence probability of finding life. No.
yes, yes. Right. Correct. Point. Correct.
Yeah.
So I guess the same case happens with the lunar regolith also, because when you land something on a moon, the soil is so soft that it just flies off and it just covered the
Hmm.
entire rover itself. I guess so. Okay,
Hmm. Yes.
so I'll go through this bird eye view of the crater or the area, the zero crater. This site is
Incredibly
probably
detailed.
mhm.
Incredibly detailed analysis for sending up something like this. Amazing video.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly, and especially being on Earth.
Hmm. Having analyzing that crater must have formed so long ago, and sediments are now in this, and you analyze delta regions in there, and where the
Yes,
river must
yes.
have flowed, and where solid rocks, temperature of how amazing, amazing.
That is where the planetary science or planetary astronomy comes in.
So they do that using imaging only,
Yes,
so
yes, exactly. Nothing
uh,
else. So,
Yeah, they have even radar imaging. So there are things in
it,
orbit around Mars which
yes,
have
correct.
so so which
uh-huh.
map it with radar.
Uh-huh, correct.
We
I
also
last
know, so we know this detail about other planets and about Titan. We know this much about Venus,
uh,
and you cannot see beyond the clouds of Venus. The only way to see Venus is with radar.
uh, there is a surface, but very thick clouds of sulfuric acid.
Yes, yeah.
Uh,
So you need something to penetrate that, and that is
uh,
radar. So this and our
and how?
Chandrayaan, so Chandrayaan one
So
and two
how?
are basically IRS satellites in moon orbit.
Okay.
So they are
So how many planets do we have around which our satellites are currently orbiting and imaging?
so currently it's only Mars.
Okay.
Sorry.
So so the thing is you cannot orbit Mercury because it is just too fast. So you can only do flybys. You can have something in sun orbit and then that thing can pass by Mercury once in a while.
Okay.
Okay, you can orbit Venus, you can orbit Mars, you can orbit Jupiter and Saturn. And again Neptune and Uranus are again very hard to orbit. So only flyby.
Okay.
And till now only one thing flew past Neptune and Uranus, which is Voyager 2.
Voyager 2, yes. Okay.
Voyager
Hmm.
1 and 2 both.
No, no, one.
Oh, both.
So one stopped at Saturn and then went out
At
in
another angle.
another plane.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
So two went all the way to Neptune and went out in the plane along the solar system.
Right,
Hmm.
correct.
New Horizons or okay.
New Horizons again
Cross
went to
Horizons.
Jupiter and then Jupiter to
Jupiter
Pluto, one
and
straight
then
line.
ricochet off Jupiter off.
Yes.
Hmm.
And the path to Jupiter also goes through it goes through Venus.
Uh-huh. So
Yes.
small
Thus,
catapult over Venus and bigger catapult from Jupiter
so
towards
first
outer
catapult
space.
around Earth to get to Venus, Venus to get to Jupiter, Jupiter to get
Amazing
to Pluto.
science. Any
The Japanese mission to the Sun. So it goes via Earth and Venus and Jupiter, and then back to the Sun.
So here, what we are doing here, we are taking slingshots.
Slingshot.
Where,
So because Jupiter has the biggest mass, it'll give
Hmm.
you the biggest boost.
yes. Same case
So it
happened with the
makes,
Voyager 2.
yeah, I mean, yes.
Cu-
So a
current
lot of things. So all the things which go this way, they take boost because
Jupiter is mandatory. New
so
Horizon also took the ricocheted,
of
catapulted
Jupiter,
off
yes,
Jupiter. Voyager
yeah, yeah.
1, Voyager 2 also
So
include
after it
outer.
crossed Jupiter, it shut down for the whole voyage all the way to Pluto for some 7 or 8 years.
Oh.
So till Jupiter it was
And
active and then shut down.
current, okay. Currently, any other commissioned satellites which are orbiting any other planets apart from
No,
Mars?
no, no.
Jupiter.
Cassini was the last one to go. So a few years
Jupiter,
back, it crashed
Disintegrate into Saturn,
Jupiter
yes.
has.
into Saturn.
Jupiter has.
Jupiter
Juno.
has, okay.
Oh, Juno
Juno
is
is
there
still in
now.
commission.
Yes, Juno is there.
It
Oh,
is still
okay.
imaging Jupiter.
Sorry?
Is Juno still imaging in orbit? Is it in commission or as a stale, what do you
No,
say,
no,
object?
it is operational.
It's
Oh, Juno.
operational.
Full
Okay.
operational. Yes.
I thought it's
Crazy.
gone. I thought it's done. Okay.
So Juno and what is the name of satellite which is orbiting Mars currently?
There are
Mars
there
and Sun orbiter.
there are plenty of things. So there is massive. So there are plenty of things. Sir. Hey, Mangalyaan is there, man.
No, sorry, Mangalyaan.
Uh-huh.
Mangalyaan is orbiting.
So multiple, not just one.
Yeah, multiple.
Crazy. And one more thing I forgot to say, that that rocket stage which dropped off the rover flew away to a very large distance so that to avoid crashing into or anywhere near this rover, because even
Correct.
crashing into the stratum also would cause damage where debris would fly off low gravity.
It can cause contamination, I guess.
Yes.
So that is why it went off to a far place to just crash
Yes.
away from this rover, far away from the rover. Would interrupt Ashi just in
No,
the
no,
discussion. I was very intrigued.
no. It's actually nice. So it's great.
Yeah.
Yes, they have specifically chosen this site because it's a special site for finding past life on Mars.
So how is the rover powered? Is it solar panel or is it nuclear?
It is powered, both are there, solar panels and as well as thermal nuclear reactors.
They're okay. Okay.
So, like, here's a quick facts. Perseverance will to look for ancient life and collect, the soil samples and one soil sample for the possible return. This won't be returning. Any future mission, probably if
Yeah.
NASA send some other rover on, over there, then it might collect from the Perseverance, or if humans go over there.
Actually, one little tidbit. We already have samples from Mars on Earth. You know that.
Yes.
Lots of them.
Yes, but the thing is, this is from a specific crater, right? So
Yeah, correct.
they want to study whether any organic material is still
Yes,
existing
yeah.
or not.
Right, yeah.
That
But
is a
so meteorites have struck Mars and parts of Mars have
and then
gone
come on
out
to
into
Earth.
orbit, and then over millions of years they bumped into Earth, and then they as
Correct.
meteorites of their own, and then
Exactly.
you find Mars rocks on Earth.
Correct.
Yeah, there's one theory also, no, panspermia. It says that only that life on Earth.
Panspermia is different, man. Panspermia is basically that comets spawned life on Earth.
Yeah, but one part of it is that asteroid from Mars might have come on Earth, and along with that,
Yeah, that
that
is
is
one
actually
theory, yes.
yeah,
really true. That
yeah,
life was existing on Mars, and from a meteorite
exactly.
it
Actually, we have
completely.
seen amino acids all across the solar system. I mean, you
Yeah,
have lots of amino acids on Titan. You have on asteroids, comets, but they are frozen in time, and
Mhm.
all it needs is some heat to start.
Exactly. But unfortunately, they get too much hit that they just sublime.
Yeah, yes. So that's why this Goldilocks zone is important.
Is important. Exactly.
So there
So
is
that's what
there is
it
this
is about.
prediction that when the sun becomes a red giant, that Titan will become Earth.
Yes, yes, exactly. It may happen because the Goldilocks zone will shift.
It'll shift to Saturn, and then Titan will become the new hub of life.
Yes, yes, correct.
By then Andromeda will also come and collide with Milky Way.
Good system. Yes, correct.
So there will be a lot of exciting
Right.
things happening then.
Intense.
So I guess this is the only subject where we have lot of hypotheses. Lot of hypotheses.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
Beginning of life is very uh,
Yeah.
what do you
Very
say?
clumsy, you can say. It is
Controversial
not.
also if you say how
Yes, yes.
but yeah,
Because this is
discussion
the
for
thing
some
where
other time.
because
Um,
this is the subject where we talk as a or where we include whole Earth as a single entity. We don't
yeah,
talk about individual persons. We talk about the whole humanity itself.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
everyone try to interrupt. Everyone try to put their own ideas and opinions so that you know
massive
things will
scope
become
for this subject has.
yes, yes, correct. So yes, so this mission is supposed to last for about 1 Mars year, which is twice the Earth year. That is 680 Earth days. And another one important or beautiful technological demonstration is going to be seen via this that Mars helicopter. So it is carrying a drone, kind of not exactly a drone, but it is carrying a helicopter, which will be flying on the Mars atmosphere
Hmm.
for about 1.5 minutes, and that's a pretty amazing thing. But that's just a technological demonstration. It won't do any science. It is just like to show whether we can fly on Mars or not.
And this is a pretty interesting thing because the atmosphere
Yes,
is very much
Very less,
very rarer than
like
Earth.
very rare.
The gravity is lesser.
Hmm.
Everything
yes,
is
it's a
different.
big
And then the sun is also dimmer. You have to charge for the whole day to fly for 1.5 minute.
exactly,
That
exactly,
that
exactly.
that aspect also, no charging
So
units
actually,
Sun
over.
is far away, right? Sun is further away.
Correct.
so what?
But atmosphere does not interfere as much as Earth's would over here, no?
No, that's the problem, right? To fly, you need to push air down so that it lift you up.
I get that. I'm asking.
You
I'm
can
just
handle
talking
more
about
weight.
the charging
You can lift
aspect.
more.
Yeah,
Ah.
charging wise, yes, but then the sun is far away. So yeah, there
So
is lesser scattering, yes, but
yes, so
the
the plan is they will charge one whole day, and the next morning by 11 o'clock or so they will start activating it.
these
Okay.
things travel very little. So Curiosity on in its entire life traveled 21 kilometers
Correct,
Uh-huh.
exactly.
uh,
That is the thing.
across all these years.
That is why the opportunity wins in this game. It has
Yes,
covered almost 45 kilometers,
yeah,
45.
45 kilometers. Yes, then and that is the longest.
and that is in I guess 1.5 decade.
Yeah, 1.5
If,
decade. These things are that
if
slow.
anybody's interested, there is Lunar rover is drivable on simulator called Gran Turismo 6.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
That is an kick-ass thing.
Mm. Mm.
Yes,
So you can actually drive the lunar rover on Mars. I mean on I'm sorry, on the
on
moon.
moon. Yeah.
Yeah. You can go over craters and stuff, and simulation for gravity and everything is they try to do their best there.
Yeah,
That is that.
so Lunar rover they drove a lot. A lot.
Hmm. Human driven, no?
Yeah, and they left it there also, no? When they
Uh-huh.
came back.
Yeah.
No,
Exactly.
they also left their cameras there. They only brought their film back.
Uh-huh.
Because why carry that camera? It's worthless now, right? Once you've taken the photo.
Uh,
Correct. Exactly. You
It
don't
only
need
adds to dead weight. In that same volume, you can carry moon rock, which is way more precious.
mm.
space is very much confined.
Yeah.
This is they left everything there and then loaded it with 480 kilos of moon rock and came back.
Yes. So I guess we have a lot of practice with the moon.
Mm.
Yeah.
We have
So
already
this
done so much stuff.
moon, so the Apollo thing was an engineering marvel. So first they sent one man in space, which is Mercury, two men in space, which is Gemini, now three men in space, which is Apollo, and then one orbit around the moon, then simulated landing and docking procedures in Earth orbit, and then final landing on the moon.
Yes, correct. So we have done a lot of things.
So
Okay, coming to this Perseverance rover, the name is actually pretty interesting. So let's see who named this. Who named this rover? So a guy with a vision of working and doing internship at NASA and eventually applying for the astronaut position there. But before all of this, that Alex guy needs to finish his seventh grade school. So yes, the Alex Mather or the Alexander Mather is still studying in seventh grade, and but his goal might be little higher, but he believes in the power of vision, and that's what motivated him to find this name, Perseverance. So he's the guy who named it. So can anyone guess why did he name this Perseverance rover? I mean, like, what is the speciality behind this name?
mm,
Any relation?
There could be many, but I'd rather hear it from you. Correct, correct. Yeah.
What do you think? What is the meaning of
Just
perseverance?
as a guess, I would say so that it would last through any type of, it would keep going no matter what happens to it, something like that.
Exactly. So that dedication means like we will do it no matter what happens, no matter what is the situation, we will get to our goal,
So
right?
literally the definition of perseverance was the reason. I mean,
Exactly.
why was he given the opportunity to name such a big project? I mean, why
Exactly.
was it given to a 13-year-old?
Exactly. So
and
basically,
AWS
NASA
sponsored,
conducts
is it?
sorry,
Huh?
AWS is the sponsor, is it, of this thing?
I guess so.
Ah,
Man,
I just looked at the boarding pass too. Sponsored by AWS.
AWS, and what do they not have their foot in?
Massive. Every freaking thing.
Yes. So
Madness.
basically, the
Hmm.
name of this rover and the name of previous rovers which landed on Mars, like Spirit, Opportunity, and all. So they have this. They possess the similar qualities like we humans do. Spirit. We have. We have this.
Hmm.
We always look for opportunity, right? And perseverance is another human quality which we have, and that's what he thought it would be better to name this. So he also wrote an essay on this. So like you can just read it. Like what he said. It's a curiosity, insight.
Okay, so it was a competition. Winning
Yes.
essay.
Yes. So NASA actually conducts this program or a
Now I
competition
get it.
so general public can put their opinion or put or refer any name to the rover, and whoever wins, they will.
I was wondering why a 13-year-old was given the opportunity to name such a big project.
Anyone can do it.
And
Anyone.
no, no, now I get it that it was a competition.
Yes,
You know,
I
you know,
thought,
the planet Pluto was named by
kid.
someone who's even younger,
hmm.
Yes, yes.
by
Yes,
a small girl in single-digit
Uh,
years.
wow.
yeah, yeah. So, So curiosity, insight, spirit, opportunity. So if you think all of it, all of these names of past rovers are qualities as we possesses. We are always curious and seek opportunities. We have the spirit and insight to explore moon, different planets, and beyond that. But if rovers are to be the quality of us as a race, we missed the most important thing, and that is perseverance, the dedication to do anything. So we as a humans have evolved as a creatures who could learn to adapt any situation, no matter how harsh it is, how difficult it is. We are a species of explorers, and we will meet many setbacks on the way to Mars. However, we can persevere as a nation, but not as a nation, but as a humans, and will not give up. So human race will always persevere into the future. So I'm
Beautiful.
amazed. I'm amazed by his way of writing and his way of choosing these words. It's pretty beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, very
Considering
beautiful,
his
very poetic.
yes, very poetic,
Extremely well said.
inspirational, or it's uh, it's it's actually good to see that younger generation is thinking in that way.
Yeah.
That's a great thing. Okay, so what perseverance will do on Mars? So we have discussed, it will search for signs of past and present life on Mars, as well as testing out different technologies, which will help our future missions to Mars. So there are four key objectives. The one is to determine whether any life existed on Mars or not by analyzing the soil, by categorizing the chemical composition of that particular crater. Second is to categorize the climate of Mars, whether how exactly the Mars season happens, how exactly the temperature changes, and all that. Third is the categorize the geology of Mars. Fourth is to prepare for human exploration in future. Okay, so it is a car-sized rover, just like Curiosity, but a little bit more heavier than Curiosity, approximately by 150 kg. So overall, it weighs around 1 ton, and the size of car body. So whether this will find life on Mars, probably we can. It can or it may not also, but depending on whether it is there or not. So most of the science objective which this rover have is just nothing but to search for sign of life. That's it, nothing else. But yes, that will be done by various different experiments, and also give us insight so that we can prepare for the future. The best part of this mission is that it is going to extract, or it is going to uh, create oxygen from the carbon dioxide of the Mars. So it will produce oxygen from its own from the surrounding atmosphere itself.
But why does it need oxygen?
Sorry,
But why does it need oxygen?
it doesn't need
For
oxygen.
humans,
It is just a
for
test
humans in the
whether we can
future.
Just an
extract.
experiment, maybe, just to
Oh,
see
just an
is it
experiment.
possible.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So whether we can produce oxygen from Mars or from Martian atmosphere or not.
Okay. Okay.
So yes, it has various instruments on board it. Like we have this Sherlock instrument, and as its name, it's saying it is kind of detective kind of thing. It has a drill inbuilt in that. It will just drill the matter from the surface, and it will analyze the organic material and different chemical composition. And it will also store that the soil for future missions. So if any other rover catches upon, or if any humans goes there, we can just collect it. That is one thing. And Pixel, again, we have this spectrometer, so it will do spectroscopy and all, and it will send the right chemical composition in terms of spectrums and all that thing. So that is one thing. We have another instrument called Moxie. So Moxie is nothing but it's an instrument which will produce oxygen from Martian carbon dioxide, and that is actually pretty cool thing. I guess we have not done this yet before with any other thing. So that will be amazing.
Yeah.
Uh,
What is the significance of the SuperCam, the laser micro imager?
so this, I guess, probably it will, cover the entire surface, and it will give the color images for the first time, because till now we did not had any direct color images from any rover. So this
Oh, really?
going to be
So
the first rover. Yeah,
all that we saw till now is artificially colored.
exactly. It was digitalized.
Oh.
There's the first rover which is going to send color image from Mars, of Mars. Sorry.
Oh.
So next instrument, that is RIMFAX. It is a radar basically, and it will just penetrate. It has a ground penetrating radar. It will measure the different densities. It will measure whether there is a ice existing inside the surface or not, or any salty material and all that. So that is one. So yes, so this rover is mostly, this will do science, but it is mostly experimental demonstration thing. Yes, so there are a few things to know about Perseverance. The first is like it builds on the lesson of previous Mars rovers, and especially Curiosity, because Curiosity discovered many things on the planet. It shows that it was wet and dry, a few billion years ago, and it had organic material, little bit, but not all the organic material which we are looking for. And it has landed now. This Perseverance has landed on a place with high potential for finding life. It will also collecting important data about planet's composition, geology, the climate, and all those things. It is the first leg of Triumph trip to Mars, and it carries instruments which will definitely help us in our future missions. And next important thing is you will get to ride along. It is saying because this rover has damn 23 cameras, this whole rover.
Hmm.
So I guess there's a first rover which has got these many cameras for the first time. The 23 cameras, and obviously all will do their own duty, their own job. But this time we will get very very high resolution pictures and directly in colorize them here.
crazy.
Next, very beautiful or wonderful technological demonstration which is going to happen, that is helicopter on Mars. And like as we have discussed, flying this little thing on that planet is pretty crazy and pretty difficult. The first barrier which comes here is that it doesn't have atmosphere. I mean, it does have a very 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 thin atmosphere. So it's about 1% of the Earth's atmosphere. So if you compare and if you try to fly this thing on Earth, you have to take it to about 100,000 feet. So that's a pretty high. The maximum height, on Earth where helicopter flies is around 40,000 feet, not beyond that, and that's a record, I guess.
Yeah,
And
it's by Indian Air Force.
exactly. So and even your the jet planes and all those things, they don't fly too much high. So if you want to fly this thing here, you have to go around 100,000 feet above. That's a
And
pretty.
what is the gravitational difference between Earth and Mars?
So
I mean,
so
one third.
Mars gravity is about 38% of Earth's.
Okay, okay.
So as the size is lesser, it's around two-thirds of the Earth size. So its gravity is pretty less. So it has its own benefit. Like the gravity is less, so you can lift more weight.
Hmm.
That is one thing. But again, it does not have a atmosphere. It doesn't have a thick atmosphere. So obviously, you need to rotate those blades pretty much faster as compared to Earth. And
Yeah. So
also,
and you also need wider blades because they should also move a lot of air.
exactly. So that is the reason they did not use the design of quadcopter.
The standard propellers wouldn't work here, Hari. Or what do you say? The aerodynamic testing of this doesn't look like the standard aerofoil. You see, I mean, from an engineering perspective, this is a
They
new
have done
design.
a lot of
This is
engineering. Yes.
exactly, yeah. This is not a standard off-the-shelf
Yeah,
aerofoil.
of course. I mean, the
Yeah.
aerodynamics is different there.
Yeah, massive change. Apart, just not the width, but you can see the curvature also, and how
Yes. And
it's
Ashish,
very
one more
different.
thing is the quadcopter concept. So, a quadcopter is inherently inefficient because you need to keep changing the speeds of all the four rotors to keep level or to do any maneuver. And that itself, so it's way more efficient to keep the speed constant and change the pitch rather than keep the pitch constant and change the speed.
And changing the speed.
Uh,
That
uh,
exactly.
And
True.
so this is the only reason you don't have passenger quadcopters.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
you have helicopters in the thousands, right? But you don't have not one quadcopter which can carry a person.
Exactly. Exactly.
This is that. This is because of that.
Yeah.
And the
Exactly.
same thing. If it is a quad, then that 1.5 minute also won't happen.
Yes, exactly. So another point is that even if you have a quadcopter, you need to have you cannot put bigger blades. And if you want to put bigger blades onto quadcopter, the size of helicopter will go too much big
Yeah.
that you cannot fit on rover.
Yes, and the motor should also increase, and then with longer blades, the size the frame will also go bigger and heavier, and it's a
payload,
compounding effect.
payload will keep going up. Yeah.
Can you get? Can anyone guess what would be the weight of this small copter?
It's very small grams.
No, not grams.
I'm guessing 3 kilos. Guessing.
Yes, something around that is the less than
Oh,
1.8 kg.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. I mean, like the blades are a carbon fiber made, so
yeah,
they
of
are
course, has
pretty
to be.
light. But other things are a little bit heavier. Like
And to prevent torque effects, they have this counter rotating blades.
yes, exactly. They will rotate in different directions.
Yeah, just to keep it
And
stable.
yes, and it has got lot many sensors, your inclinometer, your gyroscope,
Yeah.
your altimeter, and
Yes.
other stuff. There are a lot many sensors on this. So like, were you getting sound when I was playing those YouTube videos?
No.
No.
No sound.
Okay, okay. Because there is a one video which is pretty good, especially on this whole helicopter itself.
You can share the link maybe after putting.
Actually, there is a video by I think Veritasium on this
Yes,
helicopter. Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Okay,
So
yeah, that is very informative, man.
very informative.
You
So
Everybody
you
should look at
you unmute the mic on from which you're recording the screen, no? So
okay,
we can see we
is
can
that
listen to
so?
what
Can I
that.
do
you.
that?
And as
Yeah,
a
yeah.
general note,
Okay,
anything from Veritasium is fantastic.
fantastic, man.
So,
Veritasium is a. I love that channel.
Veritasium Vsauce
eh,
top shelf.
Yes,
so
and this
Veritasium.
channel was
So, I
recommended.
mean, you all know that black hole image, right? That once upon a time, so like 2 years back, they found a black hole image.
Gargantua.
No,
Whatever.
no, no, no.
No, no. So that
No, it's from the
Oh,
movie.
the
I was
black
joking.
hole
Yeah.
image
I get it.
was this.
Joking,
so
buddy.
so one day before that image was released, this guy drew the same image on the blackboard, saying that this is how it might look, and this is how you need to interpret it. And the next day, the image was released, and it was exactly the same.
Oh.
This guy, so he's a PhD in science communication. So the
Yeah.
way he presents
Yes,
is out of this world.
He
exactly.
started off by teaching
So he do a lot of research. He
science
goes to
to
the
common
moon.
people.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so I'll just try to play that video by going myself in mute.
Yeah.
No, no sound.
Unmute this channel, no? This, what do you say? From where you're streaming.
Hey, or everybody
Are you
see
getting
it
sound?
independently. Big deal.
Or else you share the link. It will be maybe
Yeah,
after.
just share the link, man. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone will see it after this meet,
Yeah, that's what. That will be
Okay,
better.
fine. Yeah, fine.
and at least so they'll also get recommendations from there after that.
Exactly. Because that is a very, very, very informative. You will understand how the rotors are moving in this, how they have
Everything.
designed the body and everything.
Basically, any video from this guy is top notch.
Yeah, and this guy, this channel was recommended by another great channel that is a Vsauce.
Visas, yeah, right, yes,
That
Vsauce,
that
Mark
is
Rober,
another level.
and Veritasium. Holy Trinity. Mark
yes.
Rober is also great, you guys should see. He actually worked on Perseverance.
Oh,
He did not work on Perseverance. Some other rover for Mars, Curiosity, I believe. He actually worked on Curiosity. He was a NASA scientist before. You guys check it out.
yeah.
Mhm. Okay, so this helicopter name is Ingenuity. Ingenuity, whatever. Yeah. So it's the first powered flight on another planet. Uh, so that is the first thing, and it is also obviously built to be light and strong, weighs less than 1.8 kgs, and it's powerful enough to lift off in the very thin Martian atmosphere. And it will fly only up to 90 seconds, which will be around 10 to 15 feet from the ground, considering, and this is the better flight considering the Wright brothers, has flown the first flight for about 30 seconds or so, I guess. So that is a one good thing, and it will fly on its own without human control because the time delay will be around 20
14
minutes
minutes.
from Earth to
Yeah,
Mars.
yeah.
So
Imagine
because of the time
latency,
delay. Mhm.
latency in a racing game being 14 minutes. Here, here, if it's a few seconds, milliseconds, we count latency in milliseconds in online gaming. Then it is 14 minutes. You make a small move, it takes 14 minutes to respond.
Yes, yes, exactly. So that's the reason we cannot, do it like a joystick. So it has to fly on its own without any human control. So we'll just send, signal uh, prior to its prior to its, initial stage, and then it will do things on its own. Okay, and that is another testing capabilities whether we can fly on such thin atmosphere or not. That is a one good thing. So this is the anatomy image where we have antennas, solar panels, blades, batteries, sensors, cameras, legs, everything. It's a pretty good thing. So I'll just play a video like how they will be dropping this or how they will be releasing this, copter from the rover. So I'll just play the video.
So Ashish bhai, so this helicopter was brought on the rover, so till landing, right? Or did it land separately?
It is a
With the
part of the
rover.
rover body.
It's part of the rover body. Okay, and then it separated after landing.
No, no, it did not separate it yet.
Oh,
They
it
will
is still.
release it. It is still intact.
Oh, okay, okay. And to charge it, so will it come all the way to the rover and plug in somewhere, or it'll charge on its own?
It will charge on its own via solar panels.
Okay, its own solar panels.
Yes,
Okay.
solar panels. So I'll just play the video once again. So they will drop the shield first, which is covering the helicopter, and then release the unlocking system. It's like a tripod.
Massive quad pod.
Yes. So imagine how much they have. They would have studied just for this releasing system itself.
Yeah. So it's very complex also, no?
Yes.
Bringing it upright, pivoting the legs. Then
Yes.
first they
Yes.
drop off the debris sheet. Then
Exactly.
pivoting the lander. I mean the helicopter. Then
Yes.
any compliant so never mind. Yeah.
So yes, this is the first picture of Martian surface as seen by Perseverance, and yeah,
Th- So this looks very similar to the Venus surface that was taken by Venera.
exactly,
Very
exactly,
similar.
exactly. So basically, all the planetary, all the terrestrial life of these planets you see it looks similar.
Yeah.
Even for the
Even
Mercury,
Titan. Even
Venus.
Titan looks very similar.
Yes, yes, exactly. So it's a very difficult to judge just by looking at
Yeah.
them.
Ashish, you mentioned that this is the first time this rover will attempt color images and transmit. So
Yes,
why is it like that? Is it why it was
black and white.
difficult before? Yeah, why it was difficult before to take color
So
images and
basically, all the cameras are not color cameras. Only few are the color cameras. So this is just a quick snapshot, which was taken as soon as in the Perseverance landed.
okay, no,
Basically, there's
like
no reason, man. I mean, this is not a sightseeing expedition, right?
Yes, exactly.
So there's no reason to carry the extra complexity on board to take color images.
Yes.
yeah.
But this and also one thing which I forgot to mention is that they have also attached microphone on this rover. So just to
Oh,
listen, yes. So just to listen how
Oh,
a day sounds on a Mars, or how a
okay.
night sounds on a Mars.
that is fantastic. That is
Previously
awesome.
also, yes, previously also they have sent with the Curiosity, but it didn't work.
Oh,
Okay. That's
So
cool.
hopefully they will understand the complete, the geology of the planet.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Yes. So thank you. My presentation ends here. So you can
Great
continue.
work. Great work, man.
Great,
Yeah, man,
great,
this
great.
is a great discussion, man.
Thanks
Good.
for that. Thanks to all of
We
you.
should actually do something like this every Saturday. Or
We should do
Yes,
this
I mean, we should have
as a
some
planned
technical talk,
activity.
and
Not
everybody
just
should be there to talk something on every Saturday.
as
yes, definitely.
host the presentation, somebody, and everybody could join in on the discussion
Yeah, I
as much as
mean,
they like.
so
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
today
somebody prepare
80%
the
of the thing
content.
was in discussion only, right?
Hmm. Very well
Eh,
made, Ashish. Super job.
Thanks, man.
And given any topic, we'll have lots of doubts. So it will be
Yeah,
awesome to ask.
True.
sure.
So we should do that.
Yes.
we have doubts, right?
There is a
From how to take flats and how to take dark. From that point, we have doubts. So,
okay. Yes. So there is a lot of things to study. Yes, Deva, you were saying something?
No, I'm sorry, I didn't.
Okay, fine. So yes, there's a lot of things to study on Mars. Even if you just pick up the any research paper or anything, you will just see how much knowledge we have, gathered of Mars. And there is a saying that we know so much about Mars than any other planet on the solar system. And like we are obsessed with this planet, man. We are just obsessed with it.
Second home, no? Because
Yes.
so we were once the same. So we had the same obsession with Venus, but once something landed there and then saw what it was, then the thing turned towards Mars.
Yes, exactly. And
So
also, the thing is, even thousands of years back, when there was no telescope as such, while the gazing at the night sky, this is the planet which again amazed us because of this
the
motion in the
retrograde
sky
orbit,
called
basically.
retrograde. Yes, retrograde motion. So most of the planets, or in fact all the planets and everything, they moved eastwards in the sky, and this is a planet which firstly will move towards the east side, and then west side, and again east side.
Retrograde motion.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
So that
it
was
does these
pretty sick.
loops in the sky. So uh,
Exactly.
that is yeah that. So there are many theories. So before they discovered that the Earth goes around the sun, there were theories like orbit has smaller orbits within it and weird things.
Hmm.
Sure.
Astrologers got high and stuff,
No,
and
this is
then they
not astrologers,
decided.
man.
No,
This is people like Kepler.
at that point, before that also. Acha, हाँ नहीं, go on,
So
continue.
Tycho Brahe had some
Uh-huh.
conjecture like this.
So
So
basically, if you just look at the history
Kepler's
of
mentor.
astronomy, most of the astronomers, most of the ancient astronomers were also astrologers.
Mixed,
Yes, correct,
mixed,
correct.
mixed
Yes,
subject.
yeah,
Because
correct.
because these both started at the same time.
These are the same time, correct. Yeah.
But but yes, they changed their path once the modern science got into the picture.
And astronomy kept evolving. Astrology stayed still.
Yes, it
Hmm.
was tough.
Hence, it became irrelevant.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, we can have such kind of session every weekend.
Ah,
Yeah.
Very refreshing.
I mean, there are 260 people in the group, man. There are hardly
ah,
8 people here, 7 people here,
Yes.
6 now. If I'm not
seven,
mistaken.
7.
Ah,
So 6 and you.
Hey,
So
Rohan, yeah. Rohan was also there, no?
yeah,
He
he
just
just left.
left. Yeah. Acha.
Yes. So there were 9 people actually.
Yeah, yeah.
So yes, so we can do we can have a discussion on various topics like spectroscopy or ancient astronomy or Indian astronomy or anything even regarding astrophotography also, like what what are different types of noises and all that, how to uh,
Actually, if we decide the topic a bit in advance, we can prepare for it.
Hmm.
no, if you prepare then there won't be much
I mean,
interest, no. It should be surprise to
see, it
everyone.
is.
There will be something to discuss about from our end also, no? Like,
Ah,
Yes,
exactly.
yes,
So
uh,
if you
that is there.
prepare, then you can discuss something on
you,
our end also. No?
and also it what do you say? You will be sharing a knowledge base of 5 people rather than one person saying every